Okay, so hey guys, this is Ashley and welcome to Coffee Talk. And today we're going to interview a lovely lady, Michelle, who honestly I don't know anything about. So I'm really excited to get to know you.
Thanks.
Just a couple updates first. We have Fit Party right after this at 9 a.m. But if you're listening to the replay and you have not been to a Fit Party, please, please, please do yourself a favor and come and experience it. And if you don't know when they are, just ask your coach. They'll definitely tell you. If you're already a coach, you should be getting information about the schedule every week, and those will be on there. So I was just actually talking to Michelle before we got
Mhm.
on here, and she was talking about how amazing her coach is and how she sends her all the information all the time. And actually, Michelle, your coach is such an inspiration to me because
Aw.
she's always like on it and organized. And I'm like, gosh, Kaylee, I'm a little envious. I want to be more like you.
I know.
She's awesome, right?
Yeah, she
So
is. She's amazing.
she really is. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like I don't know anything about you. So just tell me a little bit about you first.
Okay. So I am a mom of four. I have a 11-year-old all the way down to a 3-year-old. Um, I am a social worker and I'm clinical, so I do private therapy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm a mama four too.
That's pretty
Woo,
much,
mama fours.
oh, yay. I love it. Everyone always asks,
So
how do you do that?
how do you do that? Well, that's a good question. That should be
Right?
next. So you work from home then right now on
Yeah.
teletherapy? Is that what you do? Okay.
Yeah. So right now it's all, I used to be in an office, but with COVID, we shut down and we're doing all teletherapy. So I actually do what you're doing usually. I usually ask all the questions.
This must be weird for you.
It is. Yes.
Well, now the spotlight's on you, my dear. Okay, so
Right.
what okay, tell me what made you or when did you start with Kaylee?
So I actually started a few years back. I think it was right after I had my fourth child, my little guy. And I just wanted something. My sister actually was connected with Kaylee. So she was starting the program and I saw her doing it and I really wanted to try it out. Kaylee, I think, reached out to me because I had like commented on some of her posts because she just looked amazing. And I was like, well, she's got a lot of kids, so I want to look like that too. you know?
Yes,
But
absolutely.
so I tried, I would kind of go back and forth, start something, never really finish it. And then this past year, I think last February, actually, so it'll be just a year this February, I really started committing and like full on nutrition, the workouts every day, and really got myself more into it.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you know what like made you take in February last year? What made you go, you know what, I really want to go all in?
I think it was honestly because I had just like beaten myself down so badly. Being, I'm a therapist, but we're not perfect. We do it to ourselves too. So it was just like years and years of feeling like I can't keep up with my kids, I'm not being healthy, like also trying to like show them the right ways, like motivate them, inspire them to be healthier people, make healthier choices. And I'm like, I have to do it for myself. And then I think one of the hugest things this year too was with COVID. It was like I needed people, and like with this program, it's not just the workouts, it's like this huge community of women who are all together doing it all together. And that was like the cherry on top.
All right, conversation done. End of interview. Love it. Okay. No, hold on one second.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. It was just so great.
Thank you.
It was like you took everything we did and put it into like 30-second clip. Thank you very much. I will be using that later.
No problem.
So tell me, so okay, you got inspired, you found something, you were like, listen, I need to do this. I want to do this.
Right.
You were already going back and forth, you said, with the workouts, correct?
Yes.
So were you drinking Shakeology during that time frame?
Yes, but also off and on. So I always
Oh,
did the
okay. All
shakes
right.
when I would like do the challenge pack. I would start with the shakes. I'd
Ah,
start it for a
yeah.
few months and then I usually would hold on to them a little longer than the workouts. That was just, it was really time like that. also like with timing with 4 kids, and I'm sure you know because you have 4 kids, it was like I always put myself last. So
Mm-hmm. That makes total sense. And
yeah.
tell me, I don't like having myself on the spotlight. There we go. So tell me, what made you be able to bust through that excuse of time? Like, I mean, so here's the thing. I'm not saying you didn't, like, I'm not saying you had tons of time. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Mama four, working full time. I mean, your life is crazy, chaotic.
Hmm. Yes.
Um, but sometimes I feel like we say we have less time than we actually do, and that we
Yes.
just need to prioritize the time that we do have. Does that make sense? What
Absolutely.
what was it that helped you find that time, carve it out, and stay with it?
I think seeing, like, honestly, seeing other women doing it. Kaylee is huge. I know she's on here somewhere. I can't see her on my screen, but seeing what she does and like every morning getting up, like even if she's having a bad day, not feeling good, like she always shows up. And it's like, you have to make time for yourself. And I would just hear that over and over in my head, because she would say it all the time. And all the women on here, like seeing everybody, like everyone's showing up, everyone's doing their workout. And I'm like, I want to do that too. Like I need that for myself. So it was kind of like really just pushing through the mindset that made me really commit. And I love the workouts. So I'd get so upset and frustrated when I didn't do them that I was like, this is silly. Like I can do it. Even if it's at like 1 PM, sometimes you'll see me post. I'm like, okay, I did it. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I totally understand where you're coming from, especially the workouts. I feel like when you start a program, like if you're brand new, and you could tell me if you think the same way. If you're brand new and you start a program, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And I can see how it's easy to stop, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like struggling through those first couple weeks.
Yeah.
However, once you start our programs, I feel like you fall in love with the trainers. You fall in
Yes.
love with the feeling after your workout, and
Mhm.
and you're like, you miss it, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Autumn was my
It's so
first trainer, and I like love all her programs the most. And I think it's because she was the first one.
we used to say it a lot. We don't say it anymore, but we always just say, oh my gosh, what is the word? Somebody help me in the chat. Tell me what I'm trying to look for. Not your dream workout, but your soul workout. That's it. Your soul. We used to always say your soul workout or your soul
Right.
trainer, and somebody who you just like, you 100% connect to them and you just
Hmm.
love the program. Not that you might want to do it over and over and over and over again, but that's the
Right.
beauty of Beachbody. We always have like brand new programs coming out. I love that.
I
Um,
know.
what programs have you done so far in the last year?
Okay, so in the last year, when I first started again, I did I think it was the 80-day obsession because I'd never done it before. I think that's what I started it again. So I did that one. And that was like, I think it took me from like March to July to get through. Cause I would like I said, I wasn't like super consistent. I'd miss a day here, there, but I really was trying. And then I did 30-day breakaway. And then now I'm doing 9-week control freak.
Oh, I love the 9-week control freak. What week are
So
you
do
on?
I. I'm on, oh my gosh, I have to tell you the phases and everything. It's phase 2, week 3. So I think I'm starting the 6th week next
Yes.
tomorrow. Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm going to share your photo if you don't mind.
Sure.
And we're going to chat a minute about that. So this
Mhm.
is, I love the, I love the back view. I know it's embarrassing to see your photo up there, but
No, it's
it's
fine.
one of the things, honestly, I don't think we show it enough because it's one of those things that obviously we're not staring at all the time, but
Right.
a photo like this really shows how your clothing feels different.
Right. Yeah.
Like for me personally, I can tell where my bra hits, where my back, like where where my pants fit on my back. Like it makes a
Yes.
big difference. Tell me how you feel right now about these photos.
Like going back and forth and picking out I'm like, I see different there. You know what? This was like the hardest thing for me, but I'm like okay with it because every time I look at it now, I see like so much that, and this was like 5 weeks. This is from the beginning of 9-week control freak to my 5th week. So I was like
Okay.
amazed by it because sometimes I honestly don't see the results as much. Like, I do the measurements because that's like huge for me. And like, I didn't really lose that much weight. So like, I was like, I'm taking pictures. It was like the halfway mark. Like, I want to see. And like, out of all the pictures, this one, I was like, oh my God. Like, and then my
Awesome.
kids, I know the funny, my kids, my one son, he's 9, and I was showing them the pictures because I'm like very like honest with them. I like to show them like see like all the healthy and how it's getting better. And he's like, Mom, your butt looks so big in one picture, and then it looks a lot smaller in the other one.
Honest,
like the funniest
honest
thing.
kids.
But it was true. And then it actually like I was like, oh yeah, because I was so focused on the back that I was like, yeah,
Yes.
you know what? My butt does look better.
I love it.
So
I love
funny.
it. So it threw me off for a second just because I'm used to seeing the pictures in the opposite direction. But I was like, oh, whoa, that's a really good results.
Yeah.
So those are only your 5-week results from Control Freak. Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Do you look different from last February?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. I'm going to need those pictures.
Okay. I have to go back and get them.
I'm gonna need those. Yeah.
Okay.
You need to send me those because I'm gonna make it the front page of this YouTube video.
Okay. Okay. I'll find it.
Katrina said, so cool to see the progress that you literally can't see each day. Yeah, it really is.
Thank you.
We just don't see it. You know what I mean? And so taking pictures is so important. You're not gonna see that normally. It's not like you're staring at yourself. Honey, what does my back look like? You know what I mean?
know. Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's why I do it. Because I tell everybody, I'm like, you have to take pictures of yourself because it makes such a difference.
Yeah, it really does. Now let me ask you a question. Weight loss in those 5 weeks. How much weight did you lose in those 5 weeks?
Probably only about 3 pounds, which I don't think is that bad.
It's not bad. I mean,
and it was through the Christmas season.
Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about busting all of the excuses. So let me ask you a question. So this is why we take pictures, because 3 pounds could be a significant difference and you just don't realize it.
Yeah.
Kaylee said she inspired me to take mine. I wasn't losing much weight, but wow, pictures showed so much. It really, it's so true. You gotta take pictures. And I'm talking to myself right now too, because I haven't taken pictures in a long time. You've got to take pictures. So tell me what you're using right now for nutrition with the 9-week Control Freak.
So I do the ultimate portion fix. So I'm big on the containers because I'm not good. Like I tried the 2B mindset and I'll go kind of back and forth sometimes. But I usually do the portion control because it's just easier for me with the containers. And I know exactly what I should do and how many a day. And that's good for me.
I'm the same way. I go back and forth and I've gotten great results with both. But sometimes I tend to go back to the containers when I feel like, honestly, when I feel like I can't keep the habit of tracking.
Yes. No, exactly. That's I know. It's
like, just give me the dang container.
Yes. Yes. I like have like a little gym, like 3 purple, 4 blue, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And you get good at being like, well, I'm never low on the greens, or you know what I mean. But the purple and the yellow are the ones I really, I don't know. You can just do it in your head after a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. So 3 pounds over Christmas. That's great. That's what Lee said, and it's so true. So tell me, how has your family life changed? I mean, you have 4 kiddos. One of the biggest things I hear from people is, I don't want to have to cook different food for my kids, and they're such picky eaters. Like, I hear that a lot. Tell me how this is going with your kids and your household.
Yeah, so I definitely have some picky eaters, but I try, like, I know I'm like, that mom that's like always like trying to have something that they'll eat, at least if it's like one thing they'll eat. But I do try to like always offer them what I'm making. I kind of incorporate it all into one meal. And like my 2 younger ones actually, and I don't know if this is because it was like when they were younger, I started the program or like started the healthier eating, but they'll eat a lot of the stuff that I have like very easily. Like they want to try it all. Like my My third is 7, and she'll like want to like try the shakes and try, eat all the vegetables. She's a big veggie girl, so that's like perfect for me. And like it's nice because it's kind of like gets us all to eat a lot healthier. Even my husband, like I'm making his portions now and everything, but it's good. I think it's good for all of us. And, a lot of times when my 2 older ones were younger, it was kind of like just the easy meals, like the Kraft mac and cheese, the chicken nuggets in the freezer. So now this has really gotten me to like really step up that way too, and make more of my own meals from scratch and have the kids eating more whole foods.
I love that. And working with Kaylee, I'm sure you have feel like you're getting great help with
Oh,
your
yeah.
meal planning.
Yes. I like look for her recipes. I'm like, okay, what's she making? Because I'm bad at picking new things.
She really is amazing. I just am so grateful for her to be on our team and be a leader
Me
and
too.
helping, she helps my customers, you know what I mean?
Aw,
I love
yeah.
it. So, tell me typically, because I think lunch is a big deal for moms. Lunch is a big
Yeah.
deal for moms who are working, moms who aren't working, moms who are home. It really doesn't matter. I just think
Right.
lunch can be a hard time for a lot of people. What do you normally do for lunch?
So sometimes it kind of depends. Sometimes I'll actually, and I know like we do a lot of the meal planning and like we'll make our dinners for the week, our lunches for the week, breakfast. But what I do sometimes, I'll make like a big healthy dinner on a Sunday. Like I'll do like one of the things I did was grilled chicken with cauliflower rice and a whole bunch of veggies, and I roasted it all and then just sprinkled like a little cheese on top. So it was like still kind of yummy. But then I used that for lunch for the rest of the week. So I had it already prepared and it was like easy to just grab it because I'm home
Love it.
working. So yeah, so that works for me.
So that's another thing. Being home, sometimes we feel like we don't need to prep our lunch or whatever, but
Right.
I would venture to say I have had a harder time staying on my nutrition goals as a stay-at-home mom as I did when I worked full time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you can eat whenever you want.
Yeah, it's
Like
all there.
grab
It's
a
there
this,
all the
that.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So having your meals prepped for lunch, is that a huge
Mhm.
thing for you? Like a grab and go type thing?
Yes, like I have to have it prepared to know what I'm eating because if I don't, then I'm like the mom that's gonna grab like, I don't know, not a cookie because I'm not like a huge sweets person, but just something not that great, like out of the cupboard real quick. And I don't want to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like prepping our lunches, I'm not good at it. So I'm talking from a place of I'm
Mhm.
working on these things too, right?
Right.
And I do believe that when I know what's for lunch and I just grab it,
Mhm.
it's great because if I don't, I might not go for the unhealthy thing, but I'll go for the unbalanced
Right.
or like too much of one thing versus like a
Right. Right. Right.
combination of things. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? I read a
Yes.
funny meme the other day about this guy. He's like, I went into the fridge and I was so lazy. I took a bite of pasta and then a bite of the Parmesan cheese instead of, you know what I mean? Instead of like
Grating
grating
the
the Parmesan cheese on top. But that is like so in our mind. That is our life. If it's not
Yes.
prepared, we're just like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've literally done that, like with like a block of mozzarella cheese. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna take that and a couple crackers, and like there I go.
that's what I mean. It's so that meme, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. I have done
Right.
things like that very often.
Yeah.
So I feel like, we're all about convenience and having something prepared ahead of time is convenience. What a small like task. Tell me how much time you take on prepping food.
Probably not that long, honestly. Like I said, usually it's like one of the dinners I made for the weekend. I'll kind of like pack it up and put it for lunches. I don't know, like depending on what I make, maybe 30 minutes, an hour. Really not that much
Yeah.
time at all.
I mean, what is it to us? 30 minutes an hour for during a week. 1 week,
Right.
30 minutes or an hour out of a week
Right.
just to be able to be so less stressed and on
Mm.
task with our goals, right?
Yeah,
Such a
absolutely.
huge thing. Lee said, completely agree. Being home, I need to be prepped and more likely to eat off my containers.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
just
true. So like, and you know what? It's funny. I correlate it also to like, I'm a little weird, maybe. I'm not sure. But if I'm on vacation, I actually stay better on task because I know I can go to the restaurant and order the thing that is, on plan, right?
Yeah.
I'm not making it. I'm not like putting it together. It's not all in front of me. I can, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when I'm
Yes,
home and
yes.
everything's in front of me, it's it's like a smorgasbord. Anyway.
Right.
So tell me, how do you feel? Okay. How did you feel before starting this journey with
Okay.
Kaylee? Right. And then how do you feel now? And are you happy you made that change? And would you recommend, these are a lot of questions. Would you
That's okay.
recommend somebody else to take that start? Like just do it. Would
Yeah.
you recommend somebody else to do it?
Okay. So first, before I started the program, honestly, I hardly even thought about working out, nutrition. Like I was the worst. Like I never really exercised. I never had like a program. I wasn't someone that went to the gym. It was kind of like the typical mom who's does nothing for herself, sits around like in sweatpants. I mean, now that's a fashion statement, your bun and your sweatpants, but back then it wasn't. It was like no time for me. Um, eating whatever I wanted, like, or maybe nothing at all because you're just rushing through the days and like chaos. I think that once I started the program, met Kaylee, and she is really I can't say enough about her. She's so inspiring, so motivating, so positive. Like just her face, like you can't light up when you're not like if she's in front of you, you're just like, hi. So talking to her, seeing that like she has struggles, she has kids, she does all this, but she cares about herself and like puts herself first and she's there. Really, I was like, oh my God, like that, I want to be like that. I want to do that for me. And I'm telling you, when I started this program, it was so amazing. Like I felt so good and I still feel so good. And I actually tell cause I'm a therapist, I tell my clients, I don't say go join Beachbody. I'm a Beachbody coach. Cause that would be a little, I don't know if that's appropriate, but I do tell them like go out, exercise, work out, eat healthy. Like it's so good mentally and physically. It's not just physical, it's mental too. And it helped me so, so much. So I recommend this program to everybody. I tell all my friends about it. I have 3 family members coming to the fit party today. So, I love it. I love it and definitely recommend it.
Oh my gosh. I am watching Kaylee over here crying like a little baby.
Oh, can't see her. She's not on my screen.
Oh, she's hiding. Now that I called her out.
But it's so true. It really is. And when you have 100% like,
true.
yeah. And, and I'm sure like there's probably so many amazing coaches, and like you all inspire me. And I've said it even in our bod group. I'm like, I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you and all of them who aren't on here. But like, she really, when you find a coach like that, that's like, that was like, okay, I'm doing this. Like I can do it,
I'm just, it's so sweet because Kaylee needs to hear this. She is amazing. And I feel the same way about her on our team. And I know we all just are so grateful for her. Kimberly said, so true. I'm a fellow therapist and can tell a huge difference in my own work. And yes, Kaylee is the best. And Ashley Williams is saying, yes, I would have never been where I'm at if it weren't for her. Kaylee, you're so sweet.
I know, we love
Katrina
her.
said Kaylee was my missing link. She pours so much love into my heart.
It's so true. She's not going to make it through this.
She's not. No way.
It's true though. It really is.
Kaylee, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
I'd say unmute yourself, but I don't think you'd be able to talk right now. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing your story. I'm so grateful for you coming on here and sharing from your heart. And just, I'm so excited you're bringing some people on the fit party today. Like, this is going to be an awesome day. Let me ask you a question. I know what Kaylee's doing. How much of you inviting people into the fit party is because of the contest?
Oh no. A little bit, yeah. I'm just a little competitive. But these guys I did, my mom, my mother-in-law, and my sister are all coming today. So they were like, I was already trying to get them to do it. But yeah, competition is like, I'm like, okay, I got to do this.
I love it. I love the competitive spirit. Are
Right.
you now a coach? Like, are you coaching?
So I'm signed up as a coach. I'm trying to start coaching. My husband is signed up with me. But I'm really trying to focus more on the coaching part, because at first I was like just like a discount coach, kind of like signed up for it but not really doing it. Now I'm like really trying. So I'm hoping.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to love the fit party. I'm so excited. Like, you are coaching by inviting people into the fit party. You're coaching, right?
Okay.
I just love it. I think I'm excited to see you on the team, in the
Mhm.
team and the calls once in a while.
Yes.
I love seeing new faces, and you're such a sweetheart. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you sharing. Tell all those kiddos we said hi.
I
And
will.
thank you for letting us borrow their mom for a little bit.
Thank you. I needed it.
Well, thank you again. And we're going to let you go. And thank you, everybody, for being on here. And please do me a favor. If you know anybody else on our team, or a customer, or someone who's part of our community, our network, let me know. I would love to interview them. I love getting to know people. And I feel like every time we talk to somebody, we get some aha moments. Like, Michelle, you're really giving me some inspiration to get back on track to prepping my food.
Thank you.
Making my house a grab and go, like, convenient of healthy food. I think it's so true. So thank you very much. And we'll see you guys next week. See ya. Thanks, Michelle.